guys. My name is Kotsi, and this is my beautiful wife, Maripolelo Kotsi.
And we are the Kotsis.
And we are the Kotsis, yes.
Yeah, and we are happy to be here. Thank you so much, guys, for giving us this opportunity to share our love journey with the whole world.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, the first question is tell us how you met. How did we meet?
How did we meet? Who starts? Do you want to start? Should I go? Because I
Who
think
starts?
it's two different stories and they come together at some point. So, oh yeah, it's two different stories and they come together at some point. So, how did we meet? I remember the day we met. It was, okay, I don't remember the date, unfortunately, or the month. I know it was probably in April. But yeah, it was in 2016.
Yeah.
It was in 2016 where we met. We met at work, and she was actually a new girl in my team. You know, it's not like I was the team leader or whatever, but she was like, yeah, the new girl in my team. And I just walked in. My manager was like, go say something to her. Look at how scared she is.
Oh, wow.
So,
You're going to mention that.
so I just went up to her. I'm like, yes, hi, welcome. And welcome to the jungle. You're here. This was a sales floor, guys. So yeah, I'm like, welcome to the jungle. You're here. Then she's like, "Akgone ho bua, leino la ka le botlhoko."
Me,
Yep.
Aglido.
Leino la ka le botlhoko, akgone ho bua. Then I'm like, oh, okay.
That's so
Yeah.
true, guys.
No, it is. I remember this vividly. And yeah.
Lino, baby Lino.
Hey,
Mama.
what's a leino le botlhoko?
What?
Yep. So that was the first day. It was probably, okay, it wasn't around this time. It was like about 5:30 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we met.
And that's how we met from my, uh, what's the word? Perspective, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how we got to meet and how we started knowing each other. And we were in the same team.
Yes.
Yeah, we were in the same team and we would go have tea together, tea breaks together. We were
Hmm.
working a 4-hour shift because we were students.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we were students. I think that's an important thing. Yeah, we were
Maybe it's
students.
my turn to
Oh,
shine.
okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we were students, so we would always go to work like at 5 5 till 9 p.m. and we will obviously have only like 15 minutes tea break, and then from there we're gonna have to go home obviously, and then we would go to work on Saturdays as well, just for 4 hours still, like from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. So that's how we met, and then how we met because he was just my colleague then. So the meeting, the loving meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Baby, how did that happen? Like,
It happened naturally, I guess. You know, when they say,
we were best friends, according to me.
yeah. Anyway, it happened naturally. You know, when they say what's meant to be will be, it's true. It happened naturally because, we met and, well, she was in the Lord. Uh, I was not. And yeah, so we just started getting close, man. I don't know. How did it even happen?
Okay,
Like,
most part of it, like
Mhm.
we got very, very close just because you were Sutu. You're obviously not Sutu. Everyone who speaks Sutu in Cape Town, I mean, Tswana, Pedi, they are Sutu to me. So I always get excited when I see someone who speaks Sesotho, and then I just categorize them in one category. They all Sotho. So I was very excited that, yay, I met Obutu Amasotho. It's gonna be nice at work. So that was
Mhm.
that. there was the only thing that I didn't like about him, and it wasn't even like it was none of my business, and I wasn't even making it my business. The fact that he he used to smoke, drink, go out with his friends. Like at the time we met, like I didn't care about it because I did not think about him as my not partner, my lover or whatever. Because we obviously, I'm obviously born again, so I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone who is doing all those things.
Hmm.
So yeah, you know, Miss, the church girls, you always want to have a guy from church
Yeah.
who does not drink, who does not smoke, who does not go partying and all of that. So that's how I knew him. Like from my side, he was like a good friend, and the good friend did not see another good friend.
Okay, before we even get into that, so from my end, oddly enough, like, when they say God is good and God really is in control of everything, she came into my life at a point where I guess for everybody who was at some point not born again and then they became born again, at a point where I was about to make that transition where I just felt this loneliness and emptiness inside that couldn't be filled by anything whatsoever. So I believe that that was my beginning, the beginning of my journey towards salvation or towards being in the Lord and all of that. And she just came into my life at that point miraculously. It just happened that she happened to be there. And so as I got to know her more, I started seeing that, what, this is actually someone that I would love to have raise my kids. This is someone I would love
Oh.
to have a life with because I had been living my life running away from the Lord as the world does because, God will hold you accountable for things,
Mhm.
and the world doesn't want to be accountable for anything, want to be our own boss, do what you like and whatever. So I had been living that life and it wasn't giving me any satisfaction and any joy and any peace. And I saw this life that she was living and she reminded me a lot of my grandmother, weird enough. And because my grandmother,
Really weird.
yeah, weird
I
enough.
didn't like it. Like, did not cook, but true.
Yeah, she reminded me of my grandmother, just her aura and her fear of the Lord and such
Nalo
things.
ora ya bagolo.
No man, like
Ka dlala.
aura eo ya go tshaba Modimo.
Yeah.
And
Oh, man.
yeah, so that drew me closer and closer to her, while at the same time I was being drawn closer and closer to Jesus as well. So yeah, yes, that's how we met in a nutshell. So we'd always have tea together, yes. On Saturdays, we'd like go have
Walk.
ice cream, walk a long
Long
distance,
romantic walks.
like, yeah. So
Like
yeah,
how many kilometers far along?
it's not such a, it's like what, 6 kilos? Yeah,
What's six
like a
kilos
six
between two
kilometer
people who
walk,
love each other?
Yeah, just do it.
After work, when
Hmm.
you actually don't even have money to actually,
Yeah, like you said, we were students. Students are always
it was
broke.
tough.
Yeah, so yeah, hence we were also working as well.
We used to enjoy each other's company, and I was obviously in denial because like I was asking myself and asking God as to why am I falling for this guy who is not born again? I don't get it. I don't understand. I just loved him. Like I just loved him as just a brother or a friend or Mosu to Cape Town, and that was about it. So I didn't understand like in 2017 because he liked me and told me his intentions like since from 2016, and I only got to say yes to being his girlfriend like in 2017 May, after the
May the
whole
1st.
May the 1st. It's important. May
Hmm.
the 1st. Yeah, so I got to say yes to him only in 2017, May the 1st. And this was because I was conflicted because I still had that thing of saying that I only want to be married to someone who is born again, someone who does not do everything that he does. So I don't understand how am I falling for this guy and I'm gonna resist it. For the whole year I did. And then in May the 1st in King Aldo, the shoe shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, in Aldo, it's Aldo, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Aldo, the shoe shop. When he was like busy looking at other shoes, we had a we were on a what's this again? Window shopping. Actually, let me tell the story of the window shopping. Before window shopping, I had already planned to say yes to him to being his girlfriend, but I want to see if he's going to be able to do one, two, three. I wanted him to change his dress, whatever. What's dress? What? Dressing code. Yeah, his wardrobe. I wanted him to change his wardrobe, and I wanted him to cut his hair because he was a Rastafarian. I'm kidding,
What?
not a Rastafarian, but a Pan Africanist.
I still am a
Yeah,
Pan-Africanist,
but you
so
felt so strongly about hair,
I still
natural
am.
hair.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't like his hairstyle. I didn't like his dress code. So, Friday night, I was like, okay, it's fine. I think I'm gonna give in and risk it because he's said it before, or asked me before for a like your some that thing of the risk question, baby. What was it again?
I don't remember.
Like love is a risk and he's willing to take the risk with me.
Oh,
Am I
yes.
willing to take the risk with him? Then on Friday night I thought about it, and usually actually I would actually like pray for him every day when I get home, just because I didn't like the fact that he would walk from work. We were nothing, we were still not dating. He would walk from work to his place, and
Which is
across
like
the
5 minutes
bridge.
away.
Yeah, but still, it's across the bridge and it's not safe. The bridge is like a bridge, yeah,
Yeah,
looking
across the railway.
the railway. Yeah, like it's not safe. I don't care what men say, but if something is not safe, it's not safe. So I used to feel like I was drawn close to him, like in a way that I could not understand. I even told my other friend, Horayo Choma, I think this guy, I don't know what's happening, but I think I'm falling so hard for this guy. And yeah, she told me that, but you know, obviously, for you can't be with this guy because he's not born again and stuff. I was like, yeah, and then I didn't tell her the whole story because, like, I just I loved him and I had not been able to even tell him that I loved him. So till Kenya Friday before the May the 1st, then that's when I had decided, okay, I'm willing to take a risk with this guy. But only if he agrees to these things, then I will know that he's for me. We can be together. So he agreed to those things. We went for window shopping. I was happy. We started at home, at home. And he said yes. I was like, what? We can do window shopping together? So tick. And then we went to Aldo, and then he was looking at the shoes, and he was like, he was not, he was not into it anymore. And then I just said, okay, hey. Like he was looking on the other side, like looking at the shoes, and then I was just sitting, looking like behind him. And I was like, okay, hey, yes. And then he turned, he was like, yes, what? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yes. And he was, yes, what? I need you to say it. Like the first time he changed, like, sifahlohong, like, alisirasi. I was like, oh my goodness, you shouting at me when I'm saying yes to being your
Wow.
girlfriend?
I mean,
Like,
at this point, it had been a year. It had been a year, so I was at my limit. I'm like, you know what? If it's gonna be, then it's gonna be. If it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be.
yeah.
So yeah.
That's what happened. So we said yes to being together. May the 1st in Aldo, the shoe shop.
Hmm.
Okay, did I lose the questions? I did not. Oh,
Yeah, and this was in Tiger Valley.
Tiger Valley, Cape Town. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Another question. What was the most challenging period of your marriage?
Whew.
Oh, please start.
Uh, the most challenging thing of our marriage. Uh, yeah, yeah, no, it's getting real now. It started off all fun and stuff. It's getting real now.
Yeah.
As we said previously, I I had been um, I had been like a smoker for like 10 years. Yeah, hey, with some of us when we say Jesus saves, eh?
Ah, I love it.
Hey, we know what we're talking
Oh,
about. He has
yes.
saved us from, yo. So anyway, I had been a smoker for like 10 or so years, and for so long in my life, it had been that one thing that I would go to if I'm stressed. Can we speak the neck?
Yeah,
If
I think give us two as well.
if I'm stressed or if things are not going my way, if I'm worried, if I'm anxious, it had just become a habitual thing to just smoke a cigarette. And when we got married, obviously, since I became born again, this had been a thing I was trying to conquer and all of that stuff. And yeah, so I was able to get it under control, but there would always come times where it just seems like things are difficult
Yeah.
or things are getting too much or whatever. I just feel like, yo, lefatshe bulega ke tsene. And unfortunately, I would turn to smoking.
Yeah.
And that, because obviously this is my wife. There's no way I'm going to smoke and my wife doesn't know that I smoked. I mean,
Yep.
she kisses me, we sleep together and all that stuff. So, and then that caused a huge strain in our marriage because now she would ask me, "Did you smoke?" And I'm just ashamed of having done that, and I would try and hide it and say, "No, I didn't," or whatever. And then that would cause trust issues. We would argue, we would fight, and so on. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the rough start of our marriage. Like it laid a very, very rough start because number one, obviously I'm that girl, born again, vootist and all, and now boom, my husband smokes. So that threw me off like in a way that I had never even expected because now we are in a covenant, so there's no way that I can just say now I'm coming out. And I never thought it traumatized me. I don't know if there's any Christian woman out there or any Christian person who like encounters a certain challenge in their lives and then they be like, yo, I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I never expected that something like this was going to happen. It's like you never know the challenges. You always hear God saying that we're going to come across challenges and stuff, but He never tells us the amount of challenges or
Mm.
the heaviness of the challenges, like the level of challenges that we're gonna come across. So that's why it hit me bad, like I mean hard, so bad that like I withdrew from our relationship, like our romantic relationship. I withdrew and then I started even having like insecurities because I was like, what if there's a whole lot of things that this man of God used to do, like in his past life, that might come into our marriage now? And what am I going to do? I promise you, the whole first year of our marriage, like I was literally crying because I was trying to come to terms into like the new covenant that we've come into and the challenges thereabout. And I was actually failing. And that's the other thing. Like I was literally failing to understand because I was like, he loves me and I'm making him happy. So why is he smoking? if I can't be like the sense of reason for him, and I can't be like that place where he feels safe, he can just, cry, do whatever and stuff, like why would he resort to that? So since from then, like we started afresh with our relationship, because I needed to understand as well, even in my walk with Christ, I needed to understand that like these things, like you never prepare very well for them, because you don't know. My mom always says, "Tsetlane di le leroto, di tsejwa ke Modimo." I don't know, I hope there's a sort of person who can translate this. I don't know how to say it in English. So yeah, that was the challenge that we had in our first year of marriage. Then from there, I know this is gonna sound like a cliche, but it's not. Like the whole thing of communication, I struggled and still am struggling with it, and I think my husband struggles with it too.
Yeah. I mean, it's marriage. Because I mean, remember, we are two separate people who have been living two separate lives. Now we're coming together now to live
Yeah,
one life.
it's like difficult to.
Yeah, to find that sweet spot to just gel. It's
Yeah,
it's it's very challenging. That's why I guess they say the first about 2 years of marriage is the most difficult or whatever.
yeah,
After that, it's just cruise control. Because I mean, for example, I would only see her. We would always, like, before we were married, obviously we would have dates, and so every time Rokopana, it's about impressing. Our campuses were next to each other, so I would sometimes visit her on her campus. She never visited me on my campus. Anyway, so every time Rokopana, I'm always bringing my A game. She's
so now
always
you
bringing her
dropped.
A game, because I mean, we're not in each other's faces 24/7. Now, once we are in each other's faces 24/7, now there's certain things now that starts to reveal themselves about me and about her, and certain needs, and then the communication then starts to break down, because some things we don't know how to say.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I think that one thing that I know for sure, that from my side, I know for a, I struggle to understand that, okay, this is his character. It's a character that I had not been seeing because we were living apart. So now I have to deal with this. This is how he is, and it will be very, very difficult for me. And from my side, on his side, what I felt that he struggled with, or he struggles with when it comes to communication, is like he doesn't wanna take some of the things that I feel strongly about and take them as they are, and just understand that this is who I am. Just like as much as he wants me, when he communicates to me, he wants me to take things as he says, and as so for me to also understand that this is who he is, this is how he is. And I also feel like he struggles with that. And the most other important thing is he he doesn't like what he said, for he would like do things to impress, like he would impress because we're not living together. So now that we're living together, he doesn't want to impress. He feels,
Wow.
no, you do now, yes, but when we started living together, like officially, then it like it's you were unwetsa hanyane, man, like he was relaxed, he was more relaxed, instead of continuing with the good things that he used to do. But we haven't overcame the that challenge, the
The
communication challenge.
communication.
Yeah, we're still working on each other, on ourselves, I mean. And then when it comes to the smoking part, we have, I would like to say, we have conquered that. And
Yay.
we have conquered that. The only thing that, okay, we have conquered the things that the smoking did in our relationship, because now I believe that he loves me. And when I fight with you, or when we are having fights, and now I start to understand that it's not from a point of hatred or it's not from a point of some guy who just took advantage of me and just married me even when he didn't want to marry me and stuff. Because that's literally how it made me feel. For you don't love me, why would you do this to me, and why would you even lie about it and stuff. So that has changed, and we grateful to God about that. And how did it also change? It changed because we prayed about it. We literally, I cried till I could not cry anymore, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna pray about this. And that was that. I started praying about it. We started praying together as well.
Hmm.
We started doing devotions as well. We started doing even afternoon prayers together as well, and we would sing.
Yeah, and with that, I was able to conquer that smoking thing because, with any sin, as a as a believer, any sin that you struggle with, the best way or the easiest way to let go of it is when you actually realize that your love for God is actually greater than your love for that
The
sin.
same, yeah.
And from that point onwards, it just becomes very easy to let go of any sin that you're struggling with.
Mm.
And obviously, communication and all those things, that's that's something that's just an
Gradually,
ongoing
yeah.
thing.
We're not gonna come up here and
uh,
say we perfect. We ain't
the,
perfect.
we're the best communicators ever.
God is
No.
really helping us, because even
Mm.
when it comes to communication, what's helping me at the moment, I don't know about my husband, he'll say in a minute because I think we are chowing the time. So what's helping me individually is like literally devoting myself into prayer. I don't want to lie. This might sound like it's a cliche, or it's just something that born again people say to feel all powerful, but literally prayer works. Devoting yourself in the Lord works. Like it's helped me calm down. Like I needed to calm down and be at peace and know that my husband is with me in this ministry to conquer together with me, not against me. So that's one thing that has helped me. And I would like to say, like, there's one aspect of communication that I have conquered at the moment, but I'm still allowing God to help me. Just like I always say, oh, I have a channel, a YouTube channel. When I start, I always say that I'm a work in progress, because I am. God is still working in me and helping me to be a good wife to my husband, and to be a good human being to my
Mm.
husband as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
the main
I
thing.
guess just communication is what's working for me. Is I always look at things from an optimistic point of view. Like if I feel like, "Haibo, why is she talking to me like this? Or why is she doing this?" I always step back and remind myself, no, no, this is my wife, flesh of my flesh, and she won't do anything to just hurt me or to make me feel bad or whatever.
He does it so well.
So that's just what works for me. Like, yeah, I just remind myself this is my wife. We're in this together. We are one flesh, and whatever she does, she won't do it to hurt me. So it's probably that the communication lines became blurred at some point. So I'll try and figure that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, and you done,
I'm
right?
done. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for having us. And thank you so much for what you're doing. We've seen other couple stories as well. It's encouraging. Keep on doing the good work. And yeah, oh yeah, we've been married for 2 years. We just celebrated our second year
Our
anniversary.
second year anniversary on the 3rd of February.
Yeah, but we don't celebrate much because the only anniversary that we consider, it's May the 1st.
Yeah, that's the
When,
most important one.
yeah, it's so bad
It's
because
the
we
beginning, it's the Genesis. I
we
mean, even if you look at the Bible, in the beginning, God created. It establishes God as the creator.
and you know what's funny? What's funny is we
Mhm.
always broke on our anniversary, but on May the 1st, we always bowling, like we
Of
are
course.
fine. We have money, but
Yeah.
this one, the Home Affairs one.
Nah,
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Once again, we're not gonna stop.
we're not gonna stop.
Yeah, we're
What